a few months ago, after knowing Eckhart Tolle for a while and studying the books, I woke up and I suddenly got it. I understood suddenly how thought was just an illusory thing. And how thought is responsible for, if not all, most of the suffering we experience. And then I suddenly felt like I was looking at these thoughts from another perspective. And I wondered, who is it that's aware that I'm thinking? And suddenly I was thrown into this expansive, amazing feeling of freedom from myself, from my problems. I saw that I was bigger than what I do. I was bigger than my body. I was everything and everyone. I was no longer a fragment of the universe. I was the universe. And ever since that day, I've been trying to get back there.
Hello again. Someone beat me in the left eye. Some creature. I don't know. Why are these creatures feeding off like our blood with our blood? I'm not sure. It hurts. I mean, but I kind of like it. You know, it's like a free way to experience a change in like a facial change. Today I wanted to talk about Jim Carrey. I used to watch his interviews a lot. I think I watched them all at some point. Maybe his interviews during the last 2 years I haven't watched, but before that I almost knew like his speech by heart at every interview. I used to say that Jim Carrey was my religion when people asked me about my religion, because I really like his philosophy, his life philosophy, and everything that he says. I like that he's a jokester, that he's someone who makes everyone laugh, because he understands that, you know, I think that's the wisest way to explain something, maybe. And I'm going to make a video of like a little like things that he says, my favorite things that he says. I'm gonna cut out of his interviews certain words and make a video. I think I would like to do that. I also, you know, kind of made him my idol for some time, but I mean, I don't think it was to the point where it was harmful. I think it was just the right amount of him being an idol for me. I think I needed a guide, even though it was a virtual guide, someone who I was just watching on YouTube. And also, of course, it's a persona, not a real human being as well. I understand that. As a human being, he's probably not as, I don't know, perfect or as wise. He makes mistakes. He's very, but also he's very real in all of his interviews. Um, I'm going to insert one of his speeches, famous speeches. I took it from Eckhart Tolle channel, where Jim Carrey tells a story of how one time he woke up and realized that all of his thoughts are just an illusion, and it was a wonderful feeling. And ever since, he is trying to get back to that feeling. And I think that's the story of my life as well. I also had an awakening experience. Like, it was very sudden also. Like, it wasn't gradual. It was like, well, it was kind of gradual. It was like a period of 1 month. I was trying to survive a heartbreak, and I really felt like I was dying for some time. I think it was my first heartbreak ever in life, but like a serious one, like, because I had all of my dreams, I don't know, all of my plans kind of crashed with that breakup, and I had to find a new way to live. It was kind of a big one. So, anyways, after a period of like a month or something of soul searching, I don't know, reading different books, trying to help myself, I kind of like woke up and I had this epic moment of, like, I suddenly felt like very spiritual, and I had this feeling of love inside of me, the newborn feeling, where I kind of had like a new look at the situation was born in that moment, and I found forgiveness in my heart, found like a whole new way of understanding the situation. I don't know, and like I changed completely after that month, and a new life started after that. Really, like, everything just changed after that new realization came. But just as Jim Carrey says, like, ever since that, I mean, that feeling lasted for a while. I think it lasted for a period of a few years, and slowly it was fading away. Of course, I mean, I never went back to being the old person before I had that realization, but still, like, now I find it harder sometimes to maintain this positive, it's not even positive, it's like open-minded outlook on life. I mean, I don't think even that word describes this feeling. I think it's a very spiritual feeling, and I think you cannot, like, find this feeling intentionally. It's just like once something inside of you opens up, and you just cannot be the old way ever again. You just understand something new about life, and it's a wonderful feeling. Really, it's a feeling of freedom, love, kindness, empathy. You feel connected to the whole world. Like, a lot of your old patterns just disappear at once, and you just have to, I remember, like, I had to spend some time revisiting revisiting a lot of ideas, a lot of past experiences, because I had to rethink my conclusions about them. It was kind of a wonderful time of exploration. It was like nothing really happened, but I had a lot on my hands to think about, and because it was all new, with like it's new level. It was a new level, really. I mean, I don't like to use these words level. I don't like people can be on different levels, but it does feel like that. Um, you just jump on another level, and even though your life is still the same, you really think about your life in a different way just because you're on a different level. Um, and just as Jim Carrey says, like ever since that realization, you try to get back to that feeling when you first got it, because it was a wonderful feeling, such a freeing feeling. And I feel like if people ask me about my life purpose, it's like maybe it's a joke, but still, like my life purpose is to always, I'm always trying to find path to feeling what I was feeling that moment. It's kind of like a guide. Like I know where I'm going to find that feeling, whatever it takes. Like if I wake up in the morning, and most mornings I wake up not in a enlightened mood, but I mean I have a I know where I'm going those days. I need to go back to that feeling, whatever it takes. Maybe I will journal. I don't know, there are different ways to get there, but and you know, sometimes it's really hard to get there, but it is at least, as Jim Carrey says again, I know where I'm going. So that's all I wanted to share. My obsession with Jim Carrey and his life philosophy. So let me know if you also like him, or if you have your own maybe media person, people that you like, that you follow, that cheer you up, or maybe people who share your philosophy, people you feel something in common with. All right, have a good day.